What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story about a robbery that happened in downtown Los Angeles. Shout out LA. And this happened yesterday at a place called the Hill Street Jewelry Store. And it looked like 3 to 4 guys came in there and tried to rob the place. In fact, they did rob the place of an estimated $500,000 worth of jewelry. I'm going to show you this video, right? And when we come back, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that really bother me and how people are programmed into believing in a fictitious lifestyle and wanting to do anything they can to be a part of it. And a lot of it is very much contributory to the downfall of a lot of youth in Black America. Take a look. We're going to come back and do what we do.
A violent robbery caught on video. 3 armed criminals beat down a security guard at a downtown LA jewelry store. The store's owner fighting back, trying to stop the onslaught. The men drew guns at store employees, but did not fire during the brief but violent encounter. The trio getting away with an unknown haul of jewelry.
Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo joining us now live with reaction from employees who had to live through this traumatic experience.
Jory and Michelle, one of the owners of that jewelry store, said this was like an out-of-body experience. He says he was pumping with adrenaline at the time when this robbery happened. When he watched back this security video you see over my shoulder, he doesn't remember doing half the things he did, like when he casually pushed away a gun that was pointed right at him.
The screams of sheer terror started immediately. Everyone was caught off guard. But it was clear once the masked men put a gun to the security guard's head, this was a robbery. One of the 3 men wrestled the guard to the ground, and the other 2 set their sights on the safe at Hill Street Jewelry in downtown LA, yelling at the employees as they ran in.
Don't do anything stupid, that's what they said.
Owner Peruz Shirazi didn't exactly take that advice, pushing back, even as one of the thieves repeatedly raised his gun to Shirazi's face.
Imagine you have a gun right in front of you. I still, when I see the video, I go like a stage of shock. This is what I did?
It was just before 11 in the morning last Sunday, and there were staff and customers inside that store, many standing in stunned silence as this nightmare unfolded in front of their eyes.
It was a very, very hard situation. At that moment, I didn't know were I in the dream or in the real.
One robber jumped the counter and started grabbing chains and bracelets, anything he could get his hands on, with Shirazi still running after him at every turn. The owners trying to figure out what exactly they lost, but already estimate it's at least $500,000 worth of jewelry. That guard was restrained with a gun to his head the entire time, but no one was seriously hurt and no shots were fired, even as one employee called police while the robbery was happening.
I was in the shock at that moment. I didn't know what should I do. But best thing, I called 911.
Police rushed to the business, but these thieves were in and out in a matter of minutes, driving off in what police describe as a black Nissan Altima. When officers arrived, the robbers were long gone. And the store's owner, while grateful for the quick response, would like to see more patrols as a potential deterrent to terrifying crimes like this.
If there is enough cops, they think twice before they jump into my shop or other shop.
Unfortunately, like in many of these crimes, while there's a ton of video of the incident itself, because these suspects are practically covered head to toe, tough to get a great description. No arrests, of course, in this case, but maybe their mannerisms and, of course, that getaway car, that Nissan, could be enough for someone to help identify them.
All right, guys, that's the story of these 3 armed assholes that ran up in the store like cowboys and decided to cause all of those problems for those business owners. Now, I'm going to talk about 3 things. First thing is this. A lot of people like, yo, that owner was stupid as hell. I agree he was stupid, but then again, it's his business. Everything happened in a split second. The guy said he instinctively did stuff and he don't remember what he did. That happens in times of trauma and extreme stressful conditions, especially in men. So I can't fault him on that. In fact, if anything, what he did might have saved their lives or the lives of somebody in there. And I'm going to tell you why. Go back and look at the video. The first guy came in there with the gun. The pigeon-toed dude came in there. You could look closely and tell they was younger folks. They was young people. Plus the way they was scrambling and like had no plan, the way they was acting, looking at each other, trying to communicate. They was young people. That was, they just ran up in there. But listen, reason why I say that could have saved their lives, when he came in there and he put the gun up in the guy's face and the guy swat the gun, the guy next to him with the blue gloves had what in his hand? Zip ties already made up to zip tie these people and hold them hostage while they ran through the stuff. They went through the safe. They went right to the safe. It was like they knew where to go. You run that surveillance tape back, them people been in there before. Guarantee you, they knew right where to go. If them people got zip tied, who knows what could have happened? Especially after he started tussling with the guy and moving the gun out the way. Sometimes robbers pop you just because you made them mad. So, I mean, that right there could have saved their lives. Number 3 that I really want to talk about in this situation. It's crazy how jewelry has become such a almost integral part to the development of young black males. A lot of them in the black culture, black community, this hip hop culture. A chain, some type of jewelry is almost a necessity as it is clothes. We put a lot of value in things that mean nothing. I'm around rich people all the time, guys. And when I say rich people, I mean oil rich people, all different ages. None of them wear jewelry. None of them wear jewelry unless it's a wedding ring or a watch or something when they go out. And if it is, it's something that has value and you'll never even know it. It might be a vintage piece from a certain person that makes watches, or a lot of the real valuable stuff we don't know. A lot of people don't know unless it's mentioned in a rap song or something like that. There's so much valuable things around and people just run to the shiny stuff because that's what they think they're supposed to do, whether they see it in music, in life, or communicating amongst themselves. We don't know the value of shit. That's why everything's messed up right now. They ran up in a jewelry store to risk their freedom. Medical gloves and to grab a bunch of chains to sell. They're not going to wear that stuff. They're going to sell it. Seriously, what's really going on here? Woman screaming at the top of her lungs. Hollering. I guess it was the lady next to the owner's wife or the lady. She hollering. They don't care about that. They done knocked the security guard down, got the gun on him. Did you see the one dude? They wasn't even paying attention to him. They knocked the security guard down. He was just caught up in the mix like this. The guy with the fanny pack or whatever. He ran right out of the store like, oh, you know what I'm saying? When people are determined to do something, it's like they don't think. Here it is, 3 people that were convinced to go into a store and risk getting killed because they didn't know if the people was armed or not, or know what any anti-theft devices they had in there where they could lock them in the store and then ran to a safe room. They didn't even know, didn't even care. They just saw what they saw and wanted what they wanted. Luckily, these people survived. And these criminals that did this type of crime wasn't professionals. They was kind of like scary and trying to they didn't have no plan. They was disorganized. Could have been a lot worse. But man, I mean, seriously, man, we got really think about, reevaluate a lot of stuff that we do out here as far as, trying to achieve something that don't even exist. There's no such thing as a tough guy. And there ain't no such thing as somebody that's totally cool. Because that right there depends on the eye of who sees you as, worthy of being looked up to. These type of crimes right here are not crimes that just all of a sudden just happen. This is a culmination of a buildup of seeing somebody else do it or hearing about it, and it's learned behavior. Proof of that is they didn't know what the hell they was doing there. The one dude jumped over the counter, threw the stuff, the guy was chasing him. He jumped back over, run to the other side, throw more stuff like a damn baboon getting caught at a picnic. Silly. That's worth risking your life or risking your freedom to go to a plantation. A bunch of jewelry, gaudy jewelry that may not be in style next week, or jewelry, period. Every time you buy jewelry, that's why I never bought jewelry. You buy jewelry, take it out of one store and go to the next store. You'll lose value immediately. It's overmarked. It's like a new car. It's overpriced. It's the price of whoever says it made it and says it's that in their shop. You go next door, you ain't get your value of your money back. But either way, man, this is stupid, man. Luckily, nobody was hurt. But store owners, I would make I would start signing papers off, executive bills. Anybody that has something where it's something that a lot of people are targeting and has something like a real value or like real worth that people deem as worth risking their life, or you can lose your life working in this field for the security of the employees, I would be like, yo, y'all can be armed. For real. It's a little bit different when you run up in the store and you got 5 employees, there's 3 of y'all and everybody got guns and ain't scared to use them. You see what I'm saying? Random people are getting attacked out here and robbed at gunpoint and caught with stray bullets and pistol whipped and punched in the face. Listen, how long is it going to be before people start saying, you know what, the law ain't protecting us, we got to protect ourselves. That guy lost $500,000 in jewelry. You think insurance going to pay for that? Because some things insurance don't cover. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times with jewelry, insurance may not cover a certain amount of jewelry or certain type of jewelry that's more common. Them was small chains they was throwing. They might not be able to get insured for that. See, a lot of times now what they're doing is because these people are breaking in and tearing all these stores up, they only insuring and paying for certain things like damage to the building structure or things that, you know, can continue to keep you in business. But lost merchandise, they starting to be like, nah, we're not paying for it because this is happening too much. Either way, man, it's just messing up the very fabric of just business owners wanting to do something that they're passionate about and provide a service to the public when certain members of the public come in there and shit all over what they're trying to build. That's unacceptable. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Unless you're a business owner, service provider, or just a regular merchant that sells to the public and knows what goes into doing, you know, just getting something out for it to be sold and touch your hand for an exchange in goods and services, you'll never know what struggles that people go through. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.